I remember there's a song in the 90s called Sukiyaki. Do you know that?
I don't think I do.
It's all because of you. I'm feeling sad and blue. You walk away, and now life is just a rainy day. Oh, God.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Mini Shiitake. I am Flo from Vancouver, Canada, and as always, I am joined by... This is Jay from Sapporo, Japan with us today.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys?
How are you doing, Jay, today?
Well, that's a good question. Now that winter has arrived, I'm not sure if I'm okay or not.
You know what? That's kind of funny. I was talking about it yesterday with a friend of mine, and I was telling them that here in Vancouver, winter has been really, really mild so far.
And now that we're talking about winter, we have a very interesting topic today. You know how we love Japanese foods, and our topic today is about Japanese winter foods. Do you know at least one winter food usually that Japanese people eat in Japan?
I have to admit that my knowledge in terms of Japanese food in general is fairly limited. I'm kind of basic. I just eat ramen and sushi, and that's pretty much it. Is it like snowman-shaped sushi?
Who knows? Okay, the number one most favorite of the people around here during winter is called hot pot in English, or in Japanese they call nabe.
I didn't know that was traditional winter food for Japan.
I didn't know either until I came here. In fact, it was my first time to hear about this word nabe. And I didn't know that there are also a lot of different kinds of hot pot in Japan. So there are some nabe or hot pot good for big sized sumo people. There are these ingredients that are from Korea, and then there are these kinds of nabe that are popular only in Nagoya or in Fukuoka, in Osaka, or some other parts of Japan. I didn't know that until I came here. But of course, we're only going to focus on three most common nabe in Japan because there's just so many. All right, let's go with the first one. So the most common one is what they call the chanko nabe. The chanko nabe, or the sumo stew, is what usually the sumo wrestlers eat. And this kind of nabe has all the most nutritious and heavy protein ingredients you can find. And these come in really big sizes.
I like big sizes.
Can you imagine a Costco-sized pizza? Okay, I'm a little bit exaggerating about the Costco size, but chanko nabe is a big size. And probably one big bowl of chanko nabe could benefit at most 8 people.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's actually a really big bowl if it's for 8 people.
Okay, the next one is something Korean, which is the kimchi nabe.
What can you tell us about that kimchi nabe? Is it spicy? It looks spicy.
Yes, it is. It is Korean inspired. And I think the reason why they innovated kimchi nabe in Japan is because of the number of Korean tourists and immigrants in Japan.
Nice. Have you tried a kimchi nabe?
That's a good question. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm not even having, I don't even have the confidence to eat it because I'm not sure how spicy it is. I don't have the courage to eat spicy. How about you?
I was gonna say, like, that kind of scares me a little bit.
But I have to say, Korean food is also good. All right, and the last kind of hot pot is one of my most favorite, which is called the shabu shabu. So the difference between shabu shabu among the other kinds of nabe is that instead of it being cooked first, the ingredients are outside
So if you, let's say you go out to eat that, you go to a restaurant to eat that, it's basically you cook your own thing yourself, right?
Right.
That sounds pretty cool. It sounds like it would be fun to do with friends and all, right?
Exactly. Friends and family, or even by yourself. I do that a lot.
I would too.
Another kind of nabe is what they call sukiyaki nabe. So yeah, sukiyaki nabe is just all the common nabe ingredients and then adding the sukiyaki noodles.
Oh, it has noodles in it.
Yeah, those glazy, glittery, tiny, skinny sukiyaki noodles. So just looking at the oh, silly me, I forgot another one.
Oh no, how many nabe do we have? 12? We started with 3.
Another one is the ishikari nabe. So ishikari nabe is common in Hokkaido, and these are basically seafood ingredients, plus the vegetables, of course. Now, I haven't tried this, shame on me, because I live in Hokkaido. I haven't tried this yet, but the only nabe that I was able to try was the chanko nabe and the chanko nabe. Oh, God. All right, the next winter food is also quite popular in Japan, and it is the snow crab.
Okay, why are they called snow crab?
I think the reason why they called it snow crab is because these kinds of crab, these gigantic crabs, these prehistoric sized crabs, are often in peak season in the winter. And during the winter, they have this sweetest, most tender textures that you can taste. And they are really, really good, especially during the winter. They are served cold, oftentimes. They are served cold. Unlike these crabs that I ate when I was in the Philippines, it has a different texture and it easily breaks apart. And they're just so good, like really, really good. The only thing, however, is that snow crabs are so difficult to harvest in Japan because they live in the deepest oceans, right? So that means the expensive the equipment, the expensive the food is. Yeah, and one serving, right? One whole serving of this crab is around 1,000 US dollars.
Wait, what? 1 grand for one crab?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, wait, no, not $1,000. My mistake. Take two. So one serving of these snow crabs will let you pay $100.
That's a little pricey, but I mean, if it's really that good.
It is that good. I can tell you, I can attest to you, it is that good. All right, and then the next one, we have the yakiimo.
The yakiimo, what is that?
Yakiimo, from the word imo, it means potato. And then yakiimo means baked sweet potato.
Oh, so it is kind of like what we would call yam here.
Exactly, it is. It is the yam. And I think this is pretty common in anime as well, the yakiimo. Have you seen some yakiimo on classic anime? Sweet potato is one of the most staple foods in the Philippines. That's why when I saw this in Japan, it makes me remember home. And what is also interesting about this is that they prepare it the way we prepare it in the Philippines. We boil it, we put it in a bag, we keep it warm, we eat it during the cold days. But because we don't have 4 seasons in the Philippines, we eat it anytime we want to. But in Japan, they often eat this during the winter. Next is also one of my favorite winter foods in Japan, which what they call Oden. So Oden is like these, I wouldn't say fancy, but these, they actually look like street foods. These are like, so imagine a wiener, right? A wiener soaked in a, what kind of wiener are you talking about? If you look at the upper right corner, wait, hold on, I'm serious here. So if you look closely at the picture on the upper right, you can see some wieners over there.
Oh, I see them. They're fairly small wieners. I guess they are Japanese wieners.
And on the lower part of the wieners, there are rolled cabbages.
Okay. So how does that all work?
So all these ingredients, you choose, I don't know, you choose whatever you like, and then the staff gets soup from the containers, and then they put it in a bowl.
You can go in a convenience store and just make up your own oden like that?
Yeah, so you go to the convenience store and they have that near the cashier, and then you just tell them in Japanese, "Oden o kudasai," or meaning, please, I'd like to order some oden. And then they will ask you which one would you like, and then you will you will tell them which one you'd like and how many pieces you'd like, and then they're going to serve it in a bowl along with the soup.
This is cool. This is cool. I like that.
It is one of my most favorite winter foods because they're very, very comfort food. And in fact, you don't just get them in convenience stores. If you want a better quality of these, you can also grab them at izakayas or sometimes even restaurants.
When I go visit you in Japan soon, you know where to take me.
Oh yeah, definitely. At the convenience store.
At the convenience store.
Okay, and then our next one is, okay, this is a funny name for food. So in Japanese, right, in katakana, they call it Jingisukan. But it was taken from a Mongolian guy named Genghis Khan. So Genghis Khan is basically very, very popular in Hokkaido. And it is just Hokkaido-style barbecue.
Oh, you got me a barbecue.
And the meats used in Genghis Khan is grilled mutton. Or lamb, baby, lamb.
Oh, you got me twice there. Barbecue and lamb. Let's go.
Sometimes they do other meats, like, you know, the regular type of pork, meat, beef, chicken, but originally the meats they use are mutton or lamb. And then they grill it in this huge black pan. They just saute it with, you know, what do you call that? Salt and pepper, just plain salt and pepper. Because after that, they dip it in a special soy sauce based condiment along with some chili sauce or grated garlic. And that's just how it is. Genghis Khan. All right. And then next we have another popular dish in winter where you can just eat it anywhere around the country. And it's none other than the blowfish or fugu.
My first question is it that blowfish that everybody knows that if it's not prepared properly, it could kill you? Is that?
Yes. It is actually one of the most expensive foods in Japan, as we all know, because it's hard to prepare. The thing about fugu is that you don't eat everything from the fish. You only eat the tender parts of the fish where the poison is extracted.
Yeah, I might just pass on that one.
Why?
I don't know. It's a little pricey, and that's kind of like, okay, here you go, pay like $200, and maybe you'll die.
I knew you'd say that.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
But, you know, if you feel like giving up in life, you would be like,
I mean, that's a good way to go.
There you go. Okay, and last but not the least, another one of my favorite winter foods in Japan is the Christmas cake.
For those who have been following us for a while, we did show a couple of videos about Christmas cakes. One of them actually showing you buying a couple of them and opening them up during a dinner with friends. And what I find interesting is that it's really a very Japanese thing.
And one of the most common Christmas cakes in Japan are strawberry shortcakes because it represents Santa Claus, white and red. Japanese cakes are really, really good because they watch their calorie content. They put a lot of fresh ingredients there that does not include too much sugar. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just eat them all. Well, okay, I have to mention this too. You might think that Japanese cakes are big in size. They are not. Aww. They are usually the size of my hand. Don't think about the Costco size cakes. No, they're not. They're really tiny, tiny cakes. All right, so one Christmas cake usually costs around $20 to $40.
And that's making me hungry.
Me too. And that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something about winter foods in Japan.
If you did, don't hesitate to leave us a like, press a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of our content and anything coming up soon, don't hesitate to subscribe, ring the bell, or follow us on social media everywhere. We will have all the links in the description below. And until then, we hope to see you on the next one. Bye!
Bye! So Flo, which among these would you like to try if you're going to choose just one winter food? Which among these would you like to try?
Just one winter food.
Just one. You have to choose only one.
Oh, this is hard. I can't. I need all of it.
Yeah. It's all because of you. I'm feeling sad and blue. You walked away. Now my life is just a rainy. Okay, that's cut that.